Hi, my name's Leslie Kim. I grew up in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and I work as a history curator for the Albuquerque Museum, which is located in Old Town in Albuquerque. All of my work then revolves around finding content that allows us to connect to the past, even if we're very much thinking about current moments. So, our connection to the past, I believe firmly we carry with us into the present. And so it's never really in the past. And so that's everything I do sort of revolves around this idea of finding our place in the past and the present. Basically, there are 3 or 4 parts to the job. One is creating exhibits or arranging for traveling exhibits. Second part is bringing in collections and working with the collections team to continue to preserve and manage those in a safe way. And third part is kind of more an educational component. That's working with docents or other educational opportunities, doing interviews like this maybe. And then the fourth is just kind of various administrative tasks, email and that kind of thing. I have really nice memories of growing up and coming to the Albuquerque Museum. I was really interested in learning about different cultures and time and place. And so that was always sort of interesting to me. I don't know that I really enjoyed studying history until late in high school. So, it took a little while for me to come around to it in a formal sense. I always enjoyed learning about different places and time periods and cultures, but maybe not necessarily through a textbook until later. So that was probably my junior year of high school. I started to become a little more interested in that. I went to college and found myself, as I just mentioned, being drawn increasingly to wanting to take these types of classes, humanities classes. And so I did that. And then I graduated with my undergraduate degree and spent some time in Denver doing internships and some paid, some unpaid. So then I decided I wanted to go to grad school. I talked to lots of people in the field, and I got lots of advice about, continue your studies, continue, seeing if this is what you want to do. So I got my graduate degree, which was really fun. I stopped. I did not get a PhD. I stopped with my master's and thought, well, I'm going to pause and just see what's out there. And I got a great teaching gig. And I remember them hiring me saying, are you going to leave us and go for a PhD? And I said, well, I don't know. I'll see, if I get bored or this isn't enough, if I feel like I'm stagnating and not learning, then I will pursue that. But I never felt that way teaching. And when this job opened up, I figured, well, I'll just throw my hat in the ring. I've always wanted to do museum work. And sometimes these jobs, people find them and enjoy them and then hang on to them. So I wasn't sure when it would come around again. So I thought, well, I'll just throw my hat in the ring. And it panned out, and it's been really fun. I'm really enjoying it. And it, in some ways, still feels like teaching. It's a bigger classroom with cooler visual aids than what I had. There was a really important history teacher for me. History and English, it was the same year. And it was my hardest class. I was a pretty good student, and that history class, I had to really work for my grades. It was hard. That teacher pushed me in ways that I hadn't been pushed. The hard work sort of paid off. And so by the end of the year, what had been frustration and fear about not doing as well in that class as I, wanted to, had sort of melted away, and I just became much more interested in kind of the process. She was really good about helping me become a better writer, and spent time with me on that. And I think that was really the turning point for me. And I wasn't the most confident, and she was really wonderful about sort of encouraging me, and just like I said, just kind of bringing me along and making me feel a little more secure in, um, my interests and my ability to kind of do the work. What's worth doing is often difficult. It's challenging, and but if you can find the joy in doing the work, I think you've found something worthwhile and worth doing.